Today I'm going to meet with a guy who wants to sell me a Piper Warrior plane. That's right, I said plane. I've never had an opportunity to buy a plane, so this is going to be a first for me. I'm not an expert in planes, so I decided to bring my buddy Scott in to take a look with me.
Ever since I was a kid, I've always had interest in aviation, and I've been working on airplanes about 10 years.
Chris?
Yes.
Rick?
Nice to meet you, Rick.
Scott, man.
Scott.
Nice to meet you.
So this is it, huh?
Yeah, this is a 1976 Piper Warrior. It hasn't been wrecked.
Well, that's good.
I've had a lot of planes, but I bought this one as a project plane, and this one it's more of a project than I want. 5 years ago, I bought this for $8,000. Hopefully today I can sell it for no less than $6,500.
So you're looking to pawn it or sell it?
I'm looking to sell it.
Okay. Do you know if all the gauges work and all that, or?
No, I haven't had it running. There's things missing on it, like the alternator, the carburetor was taken off, and there's no battery in it. You're gonna need a new engine.
New paint.
New paint.
So I see the windshield's got cracks in it.
Yeah. Other than that, you know, the airframe's okay.
You mind if I take a look around it?
No, go ahead.
This guy's telling me there's nothing good about this plane. But at the same time, I just keep thinking, man, it would be cool to own a plane.
Wow.
Oh my God. All right. Oh man.
Wow. She's a beauty.
Yeah. Well, it's got the original interior.
I'd say so. I see this all the time, recreational pilots with good intentions to buy a project like this, and they see how much work it's actually going to be, and then it ends up sitting in the sun baking, and it's a shame. Even though it looks pretty rough, all this can be fixed. I think if you could get it for under $7 grand, it might not be a bad deal.
Okay, well, let's go see if we can make a deal with him.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous, but if Scott says I can make money, that's all I need to hear. So what are you looking to get out of this?
I'm looking to get 8,000.
I was thinking more like 5 grand.
Oh, no way. No. it's an airplane.
I know it's an airplane.
You can turn around and sell it, you know, for a lot more than that.
My big problem is if we open it up and there's too many problems, I'm gonna end up selling it for parts. And that's a year or two long process, you know?
You know, you'll still get your 8,000 out of it.
I know, but I'm not in the business of buying something for 8 grand and selling it for 8 grand. I mean, it needs new paint, it needs new interior, it needs God knows what to the engine.
Okay, how about 75?
I'll go 6 grand on it.
That's it. I hate to do this. Oh, how about 65?
Oh God.
65 is not bad. You could still make some money on it if we had to
Okay.
do whatever.
All right, 65.
All right.
I think Rick made a good investment for $6,500. In my opinion, this airplane looks like it's structurally in good shape.
Am I happy I got the plane? Yes. Am I nervous about the plane? Hell yes. I just hope Scott knows what he's doing. A few weeks ago, I bought a 1976 Piper Warrior airplane, and tell you the truth, man, I've been really stressing out about this thing. It was in rough shape. Since then, my buddy Scott's been repairing it, and now I'm gonna go see if I made the biggest mistake of my career. Oh man, this is sick. Oh, I love it. When I was walking up to the plane, I was psyched, man. I mean, this thing, it looked brand new.
What do you think, man?
Oh man, this thing looks amazing. It looks like a completely different plane. This paint job looks incredible. I mean, Scott really knocked it out of the park. I love the striping. Everything looks great on it. What else do you have to do to it?
Worked on the landing gear a little bit. Did some avionics work. Brand new glass all the way around.
What about the engine? I know it was timed out.
We found another one in the junkyard, and it's only got 500 hours on it.
It's all safe, right?
It's all safe, yeah. You're safe flying.
Okay. What about the interior?
Interior came out pretty good. I think you'll be happy with it.
Let's check it out. The engine's great, the paint job's great, but I want to see the interior. Oh man, this did come out nice.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah, it was a lot better than it was, I'll tell you that.
We did a lot of searching on the internet to get you fixed up just right. Got you new seats, got some carpeting for you. Not bad, huh? It's not brand new, but we got a lot of good parts in here. I think you'll be happy with sitting in this at, 5,000 feet.
I don't know. I love the plane. I love the way it looks. Now there's only one more question. So what am I in for on this thing, man?
Yeah, I knew that was coming up. We've got a ton of work in this. For all the work we put in the paint job, we got it down to $6 grand for you. So that's not too bad.
$6 grand for everything?
No, just the paint job. We
Okay.
had to find an engine, of course, so $6 grand for that engine too.
Okay.
And the other thing is the interior. We've got about $3 grand in the interior.
All right, so I'm in at 21.5. What do you think I can get out of it?
25 to 30 grand.
All right, let's go fly it, man.
Let's fly.
Scott must have been working day and night. I dropped him off a piece of garbage, and he really turned this into a piece of gold.
So, Rick, you want to be my co-pilot today?
Yeah, sure, man.
You've never been in a small plane, have you?
Hell no. So why do you want me to be your co-pilot?
In case I forget what I'm doing.
Okay.
Looking at Rick's face when we got in the plane, he looked pretty nervous. Okay, man, you ready to go?
Guess I really got a choice at this point, do I?
No, you're going flying, man. And you're going to love it.
All right.
We're ready to rock and roll.
Scott hits full throttle. We're taking off down the runway, and I'm just hoping this thing actually gets off the ground because these little airplanes scared the out of me.
What do you think, Rick?
This is awesome. I think I can see Chum from up here.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, how are you?
What do we got?
I have a really cool vehicle I want you guys to check out.
All right, I got a lot back there. You gonna pull it in?
Sure.
Come on, Dad. This could end up being a rusty old junk car or something absolutely amazing. We won't know until we open up the gate.
You gonna open the gate or what? What in the hell is this?
It's an airboard hovercraft.
It looks like something somebody really rich would buy their kid out of Sky Mall.
I came to the pawn shop today to try and sell my airboard hovercraft. I went to an auction, and I don't really think anybody else knew what it was. It looked like a space mobile. It's taken up a lot of room in my garage. It's time for it to go.
All right, now, how fast does it go?
It goes upwards of 25 miles an hour.
Can you do tricks on it?
My kids can.
What kind of tricks could you possibly do on this thing? Jumping jacks?
Well, no, it's a hovercraft. This thing should be able to go on water. This is like Back to the Future, Star Wars kind of stuff. It's neat technology how these things work. Can I open up the trunk or the hood or whatever it's called?
Help yourself.
Got a motor in there. It spins a turbine and blows down, creates a cushion of air underneath. And it's got air blowing out the back, and you just cruise along. There are a lot of practical uses for hovercrafts. There's some really huge hovercrafts that ferry people back and forth across the English Channel. The military uses them. They're neat. I mean, they literally go straight from land to water. Can I test drive it?
Absolutely.
My dad usually turns into a giant nerd when it comes to vehicles, but he's really outdoing himself. What is he gonna do with a hovercraft? He's not Marty McFly.
All right.
Dad, don't hurt yourself.
I'm not gonna hurt myself. Got the helmet on, see? Safety first. So you just give it gas and lean, right?
Kind of maneuver it with your body. You gotta pump it up with the air and hit the throttle, and you're gone. Good luck.
All right, here we go.
It looks like he's riding a vacuum cleaner.
This would definitely appeal to anyone who loves gadgets. I just got to get it for the right price so I can flip it fast. I had a good time on it. It's sort of like a moped. They're fun to drive. You just don't want no one seeing you do it. How much do you want for it?
$15,000.
No, really, how much do you want for it?
What would you be willing to give me for this?
I don't know how much they are new, but I'll give you $2 grand to take a shot at it, but that's about it.
Could you do 6?
No, it's an interesting toy. It will be difficult to sell. This is just a complete impulse buy thing. There's no way I would go $6,000 on it.
4?
No,
Could you meet me halfway?
I'll go $2,000.
Best you can do.
$2 grand. Really? You gonna sell it to me?
I am.
Okay, let's go inside and do some paperwork.
Okay.
Now I'm the owner of a hovercraft. Michael J. Fox, eat your heart out.
Hey, how's it going?
Fine, how are you?
There's a mannequin in my store.
Yes.
Why don't you tell me what you got here?
It's a Pioneer Mustang jacket my father-in-law wore in World War II.
Oh, wow.
Flew a P-51 Mustang over Normandy with 12 kills. He actually was shot down and bailed out after 103 missions and survived.
Sounds like your father-in-law was a badass.
I'm coming in the shop today to try to sell my World War II fighter jacket. The condition of the jacket is pretty good for being 75 years old. I'm hoping to sell the jacket for $1,000.
This is definitely cool.
I'm assuming your father-in-law was Sandy, what, Bonato?
Bonato.
Okay. Do you know what number fighter group he was in?
It's 354th Fighter Group.
No, it's Pioneer Mustang Group, so I'm assuming he flew Mustangs, right? The plane?
Yes. They were the first Mustang group that flew in
Makes
World War
sense.
II.
Okay, so they were the first
They were
Mustang group.
That's why they call them pioneers.
Okay, I gotcha. Do you know anything about the patches?
You know, I did some research in the patch, but I really couldn't find a lot about it.
Okay,
Sometimes patches can be really valuable, but
anytime you get a group of guys together, you know, a squadron, they make up their own little patches, and we're the devil dogs, or whatever you want to call it. You know, a lot of times guys would make stuff like this up themselves. Pretty much other than that, I mean, it looks like a standard World War II era bomber jacket. What are you looking to get for it?
$1,000.
Okay. I really am kind of curious about the patch because I've never seen one like that. Do you mind if I have a buddy of mine come down and take a look at it?
No, not at all.
All right, make sure nobody knocks it over or something. I'll be right back.
I'll guard it.
Oh, this is very nice. And the Pioneer Mustang Group was the first one to get the P-51B Mustang. The Mustang was the ultimate fighter that we had in World War II. You know, it's one of those aircraft that are just iconic. When you called me, I looked up Sandy Bonato, and he was at Normandy. He was over the Battle of Bulge. He was there. He did his time. When you see a painted jacket, this is what you're looking for in World War II fighter jackets, and it is in really nice shape. The patch, though, that's interesting. That's odd. This patch is not the original one that was on here. I have never seen that.
That's exactly why I brought you in.
This is interesting because this is actually a tank destroyer unit.
Okay.
They had their own patch, and that was the orange patch with the black cat on it. And why they had that was they were using Hellcats. Those are things with treads and large guns on them, not flying through the air. Instead of having the plane on it, it had treads in the mouth, as if it had just destroyed a tank.
Oh.
So somebody probably took that design, added the plane to it, and my guess is this may very well have been a prototype, but they couldn't get it approved.
so does that affect the value?
This is still highly collectible. And because it's a known pilot, it's something that for a collector, they can look him up. They can look up what he did, the unit he was in. This is a very nice piece.
Mark, I appreciate you coming down.
Not a problem. This is an interesting one.
You still want $1,000 for it?
Yes.
I don't do this very often. Why don't you ask me for $1,200?
$1,200.
It's in really good condition. At $1,000 is a little cheap for it. I'll be able to make plenty of money off
Oh,
$1,200.
good.
And it's really cool. So come with me. We got to do some paperwork. All right?
Well, I was really happy when he offered me $1,200 because it was $200 more than I was expecting. And we're going to take the money and use it for my mother-in-law who's in a nursing home.
A few days ago, I got a call from my buddy Larry, who repairs helicopters. He says he's got a guy who wants to sell me one. So he set up a meeting, and I'm on my way to check it out. So this is it, huh?
No, actually, this is it.
Really?
It's all there.
Yeah, I know you said it was in a crash, but you didn't tell me it crashed and burned.
I'm a helicopter pilot myself. I purchased this helicopter from the insurance company with the hope of trying to rebuild it. With the tough times I'm having right now, I'm just trying to get my money back out of it.
Looks like a pile of junk to me.
It was just involved in a hard landing.
And did the pilot walk away? Did the pilot die in this thing? Because it might give me a bad vibe or something.
The pilot and passenger were both fine.
All right. So why in the world did you buy this in the first place?
I love aviation, and I wanted a challenge. I thought it would be fun to be able to buy it and rebuild it myself.
Just didn't work out?
No, I lost my job, so I don't have the finances to rebuild it anymore.
I just don't think I can do anything with this. This is much worse than anything Larry told me about, or I assumed.
Hey, Rick, how you doing?
Hey, Larry, how's it going, man?
Good. Hey, Sean.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm the chairman of the board for LJ Air Corporation. We're one of the largest fleet owners of Schweitzers in the Southwest.
Yeah, when I was called down here, I thought I was going to see a helicopter. This is, I don't know what this is.
Well, it's an opportunity.
So exactly what kind of helicopter is this?
The model number is a Schweitzer 300C. This is a 1992. Now, this aircraft was originally designed for the military about 1967, and they did all of the flight training in the Army with this, but it was actually designed to crash and be able to be fixed in the field there instead of having to take it back to a factory.
So it's like the only helicopter made to be crashed?
It is actually made to be crashed.
So apparently this helicopter is designed to be crashed. Well, I'd really like to talk to the guy who designed this helicopter because it's crashed and it really doesn't look that good. Yeah, I don't know much about helicopters, but for me to stay here another 5 minutes, you're really gonna have to do some talking.
This looks like it's in bad condition, but frankly, this whole front cab, I can typically rebuild within about 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay. So did the motor survive the crash?
Oh, yes, it did. This is good. If you were to buy the engine, it'd be a $30,000 engine, and you have that good to start with. Each of the components into the drivetrain, like these pulleys, these are $20,000 a piece. These are all okay. So a lot of the things that it takes to rebuild the aircraft are okay.
So how much would it be just to rebuild the whole thing?
Oh, a thumb sketch estimate would be $100,000.
Whoa. I mean, I just don't see where there's any money to be made.
The retail value of this is about $150,000.
Okay.
So there's a $50,000 gain right away.
Larry has thrown around some huge numbers, and that's scary. But if that translates into huge profits, I'm definitely interested. What did you want for this thing?
I bought this off the insurance company for $10,000, so that's what I'm looking to get out of it.
Oh, will you take any less than 10?
I mean, I can't really afford to take anything less than 10.
Okay. All right, 10,000, it's a deal, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I feel good about buying this because like Larry said, even if I don't fix it up, I can always sell it for parts and I can make like $5 grand. But if there's more to be made, maybe I'll end up fixing it up. Before you start working on it, let me run this by my pops real quick. I just don't want him weirding out on me or something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would too.
So what's up, Pops?
Fighting the battle, son.
You're looking good today. Feeling good?
I feel like you're fixing to screw me. So what's going on?
Well, nothing. I'm just saying.
What have you done this time?
I bought a helicopter and I got it for 10 grand.
Rick, how in the hell did you buy a helicopter for 10 grand?
Must be a pretty helicopter, dude.
It has to be a friggin' basket case.
It's not a basket case. It's been wrecked.
So someone died in this helicopter.
No one died in the helicopter. There's not blood all over it or anything like that.
Well, someone had to have died. You don't walk away from a helicopter crash.
Well, apparently they both walked away from it.
Helicopter? Where in the hell are we gonna put a helicopter? At times I think he does these things to give me a heart attack so that he can take my share of the business.
Anyway, I think I can make money on this thing. This is the deal. I can probably part the thing out and like double our money, or I can fix it and we'll have a badass helicopter.
That is one of the stupidest statements I ever heard in my life. Who's gonna fix it?
Well, I already got it checked out, 100 grand to get it fixed.
What's it worth once it's fixed up?
I'm thinking like 150 grand.
You're thinking.
Well, no, I mean,
you're assuming, which makes an ass out of you.
You forgot the me part.
Shut up. You guys are gonna put me in my damn grave.
No, the helicopter's gonna do that.
Okay, so do you want to fix it up or not? I want to fix the thing up. I think we can make money on it.
What the hell? Go ahead. You're killing me anyhow. You might as well do it in a damn helicopter.
I can tell the old man's concerned, but it's not every day that we have an opportunity to make 40 grand on one transaction. I mean, for the love of God, that's one person's salary for a year. A few weeks ago, I bought a wrecked helicopter for 10 grand, and I just received a phone call saying the repairs are all done. So we're on our way down to check it out, and if the old man doesn't kill me, we're gonna take a test flight. See, I told you it's nice.
Well, if it hadn't been Rick, I'd have sold one of your kidneys.
Beats the hell out of a hot air balloon, huh?
Ain't that the damn truth?
This thing looks amazing. It's like a real helicopter. A month ago, this thing was a scrap heap. Larry did an amazing job.
Basically, everything on here had to be rebuilt. The frame was okay, and the engine was okay. So basically, all I had to do was rebuild the body. I searched around, and I found a lot of reconditioned parts, so that you didn't have to put all new parts on the aircraft. But everything on here that has to be reliable, those are all new parts. After we got the cab together, and we put all the glass and everything in, we knew that it was all going to be a good aircraft. And once we lifted the engine in, basically the aircraft was done. So it just took time and, knowing how to do it.
So the big question is, will we get it right at 100 grand?
Well, because we used reconditioned parts instead of new parts, I saved you a lot of money. So I think I've made the $100,000 mark you were looking for.
Sweet. So how much do you think I can sell it for now?
It'll probably sell for about $160,000 to $175,000.
I'm really happy the way this thing turned out. I'm really, really happy we didn't go over budget, and I'll be really, really, really happy when we sell this thing and make a profit, because we got a lot of money tied up. You're gonna do the maiden voyage in it, Pop, so get up in there.
We all got the most to gain by this thing going down with you in it.
Hey, I've done made my will out and left everything to the damn cat. I like flying, and I especially like flying when it takes me away from Rick and Corey. When we were taking off, I noticed two things. One, this was a good idea. And two, my son is balder than a baseball.
What do we have here?
It is an official piece of mail flown by Charles Lindbergh on the Spirit of St. Louis.
Wow, that's cool.
Bought it spur of the moment, but doesn't really go with anything else that I collect, so.
Impulse buy. I understand. I'm at the grocery store constantly, and I pick up those damn M&Ms or something right at the counter.
I decided to come to the pawn shop today to try to sell my 1928 Charles Lindbergh letter. I'm looking to get around $200 for it, but the least I think I'd take for it would be probably around $75.
So where did you get this?
Got it online. I don't really know too much about Lindbergh. I do know he did the first transatlantic flight.
Yeah, I know he didn't carry no mail on that when he went to France. I mean, it was the first plane to fly all the way across the Atlantic. They had to load so much fuel on it. Everything they could cut out of that plane, they cut out of that plane. It didn't have paint on it because the paint weighed something. They put the gas tank almost directly over the wings. With the large gas tank right there and the controls right there, he had to fly with a periscope. Okay, literally, I mean, that's the way he had to fly the plane. When Charles Lindbergh flew solo across the Atlantic, people were amazed that he pulled it off. He was one of the biggest celebrities of his day, and he's still considered an American icon. 1928 West Indian Aerial Express, Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Airmail service is no big deal now, okay? But back in the 1920s, it was still pretty new. So Lindbergh used his celebrity status to promote airmail service. So he went on a tour of the Caribbean to hand out these souvenir letters, just to show, hey, airmail service has arrived. Now, what did you want to do with this?
Looking to probably get around $200 for it. I know he didn't carry any mail in the Spirit of St. Louis besides this piece and a couple others that were in a mail sack. It's got to be kind of rare, especially with the stamps even, just being what they are.
Yeah, this is one of my problems. I don't know a lot about stamps and mail and things like that. You know, I'm taking a shot in the dark. I'm assuming a sack of mail's got around 500 envelopes in it.
Probably.
So it's not uber rare. There's probably more of them out there. $50.
Can you do like 150? It's Charles Lindbergh. Any aviation nerd's gonna buy it.
Tell you what, I'll go $100.
Yeah, I guess we can do that.
Okay. All right, let's go do some paperwork. There are a lot of collectors that go absolutely nuts for anything related to Charles Lindbergh. And the fact that it's already framed up is going to make it that much easier to sell.
I got a call from our friend Dirk, who's a magician around town, and he has a R-22 Robinson helicopter for sale. And since Rick's in LA trying to find some cool items for the shop, I thought I'd take it upon myself to check it out.
So I have this really cool helicopter that I want to show you, but I've been working on something brand new, and I'd like to show you that first, all right?
All right, well, let's see what you got in the works.
All right. Crystal, come here, Crystal. Come here, Crystal.
Hey!
This is Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
And she is a 10-week-old baby white tiger. I'm teaching her to attack right now. Attack.
She's good at it. Oh, do I get a kiss?
Actually, you know what? She likes you. She totally likes you.
You want my hair? It took a long time growing that.
All right, come here, you little munchkin. I'm just gonna pick her up and that's...
She has a lot of spunkiness. I like her.
Well, what do you think? You wanna check out the helicopter?
Yeah, let's go look at the helicopter.
All right. Living in Vegas, of course, I've been to the pawn shop many times. I know the guys well. And when I had something to sell, of course, that's the first place I go. This is an R-22 helicopter, and it was made by the Robinson Helicopter Company. It doesn't have the engine in it, but it looks perfect.
I get it doesn't have a motor, but how can you fly without the blades?
Well, that's why you got to be a magician to do that. This is a Robinson helicopter. It was made in 1979. I'm gonna ask $20,000, but I'll go as low as 18. If I get the $20,000 for the chopper, I'm gonna use it to invest in the show and put some brand new illusions in.
It's pretty cool. How long have you had it?
Gosh, I guess it's been about 10 years, and we used to use it in the show, you know, like I was saying, but we're not doing this illusion anymore.
What trick was this used for?
Well, you know, I'm known for making the helicopter appear, and we had this illusion, this special effect where it looked like it was flying and it would land at the back of the audience, so it's pretty cool.
I could see someone who is into aviation buying something like this.
Right.
Or maybe someone with a restaurant buying an airport, you know, how they do the car restaurants.
That's what I was thinking, yeah, where they have
put
like
the
a
shells
old
of the
jet or
car.
something, you know, the parts are all, you know, legit, you know, from the factory. And I mean, these things are
open it
crazy
up.
lightweight. I mean, can you imagine going like 20,000 feet in the air?
I was in Hawaii in one of these with a glass bottom, and it was a lot bigger. So I can't imagine getting in this one. That was scary enough. So did you ever take it up?
No, this one never actually flew. Never had the, you know, the actual motor actually installed in it.
I'm almost afraid to ask how much.
Well, if this had the motor in it and it could fly, it would go for $250,000.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, it's nowhere near that. But I think it's worth easy, 20 grand.
It's gonna take a special collector to buy this. I think I could offer you 12 grand and still have some room for me to make a little money.
I don't think I could go as low as 12.
You think you could go 14?
No, I mean, I think I could maybe go like 18, but that was probably about the lowest that I could go.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you 20 if you throw the tiger in.
Well, I'd love to do that. You would have a deal, but I know you don't have a license, so it's got to be 18 and no tiger.
I don't think we're gonna make a deal.
All right, but thanks so much, man.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed I couldn't sell the helicopter. I mean, I really could have used the money, but maybe I'll put it back in the show.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
What do you have here?
This is a vintage Sky King pedal plane. It's a child's pedal toy.
Okay, Sky King. I guess that was the old TV show.
Oh, yeah. I used to
Yeah.
watch it when I was like 4 years old, 5 years old. Sky King was like my human hero. Lassie was my animal hero, but Sky King was like the best. I came down to the pawn shop to bring a really cool Sky King pedal plane. It's a child's pedal car, but where everybody usually sees cars, this is a plane. That's really unique. I'd really like to get $525 for it. I saw one online, and that sold for $495, so hopefully I'll be able to get a price like that. It would be very good.
Okay, yeah, this is pretty cool. Pedal cars first appeared in the late 1890s. They were popular all the way up and through the 1920s when they became really popular. And since they started, they've been modeled after whatever car was popular at the time, whatever airplane was popular at the time. It was just a cool toy. You could get the same car your dad drove or the same car your dad wanted, you know, whatever it may be. So you don't know what year it is?
I don't really know that much about it.
Well, Sky King was a TV show in the 50s, so it's got to be after that, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at it. You know, it's made out of steel there. It's got the chrome handlebars, the chrome lights. These are probably supposed to be the lights.
Yeah.
Looks like it's in pretty good condition. Here, let's see. All right, the propeller works. Okay, well, how much did you want to sell it for?
We'd like to have $525 for it.
$525, all right. Let me just take a look at it here. Okay, well, I'm seeing a bad sign right here.
What?
Let me read you this sticker right here. Airflow Collectibles. So this is a company that made something to look like something old. And then this limited edition sticker on the side is a kind of another giveaway. This is actually a reproduction.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's probably made inside the last 10 or 15 years.
Well, it has to be collectible, though, because when I looked online to try and find one, I only found one. So there must not be any around.
Just because there's not a lot of something doesn't mean it's collectible. I have to hear that all the time from my boss. You know, with this not being original, it just has no value to the people who collect these.
So not even a baby boomer like me?
No. If it was maybe from the 40s or 50s, you'd have a chance there.
Okay.
With that being said, I would just have to pass on it.
Wow. Oh, I'm really bummed out about that. Well, thank you so much for looking at it.
Thanks for
Appreciate
bringing it
Yeah,
in.
Thanks. I was pretty disappointed. I didn't know it was repro, but I really think there's somebody out there who really, really wants this plane. Somebody's going to fall in love with this plane just like I did and want to buy it.